You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network. There's something incredible about knowing that you got things that you need to do and need to accomplish, and you shift gears, like mentally you shift gears. It's something that just kind of happens, I think, with our bodies, that we learn to adjust and do the things necessary in order for us to get where we need to get. A lot of times you hear this phrase, rise to the occasion. Man, I had to rise to the occasion. It's the truth, though. It's the real truth. I can't begin to tell you how many countless amount of times I felt like I've had to strap on my Superman cape and work through some things that may have required, some daunting things and time and strength and mental strength and physical strength. I believe that we're made to do so many things. We're made to be able to sustain a lot of things, and we also are given opportunity not to have to struggle through a lot. But I think part of the human condition is that it's inevitable to witness and experience pain, emotions that occur when you have loss, whether it's death or disappointments, incidences and things that we're just dealing with in day-to-day life. So when you put yourself in a position to turn on that part of you to get done whatever it is that you're facing, or whatever that is kind of feeling like it's on your heels, you know what that feels like when you have to look beyond everything that may look like you can't get it done. When it may feel like the obstacles are much greater than the responsibility of what you need to do. It almost feels like an overshadow. But the reality is that it gives us opportunity to really express ourselves creatively. It shows the depth of our spirits. I think it gives a resonation of how our souls can become more centered, right? And when you know that you got things that you have to do and there's not an option, you can't wait for other people to do it. That's the thing, that there's some things that we can get opportunities of assistance from different people. It could be a person, an organization, a group of people, maybe friends, in some instances, but not always. There's just some things that you're going to have to do and face on your own, and you're going to have to get through it on your own. And it's those moments and times that you learn what it means to rise to the occasion. Y'all know what time it is. It's Monday, and it's time for Sonny's Money Motivation. Let's go. Welcome to LouddMouth Radio Network. My name is Sonny. As a former professional athlete turned entrepreneur realtor and the producer of LouddMouth Radio Network, I look forward to bringing content to you that empowers, inspires, and entertains you. Tune in each week as we have unscripted and unfiltered talks from entrepreneurship, real estate, politics, entertainment, comedy, LGBTQ topics, day-to-day life, and everything in between. All shows available on demand 24/7 on your favorite podcast platforms.
Portals Entertainment Center is a new 13,000 square foot entertainment experience now open in Temecula. Portals creates a space where your imagination can be set free. Step into an immersive entertainment center that will take visitors into one of our many attractions, which include 2 9-hole indoor mini golf courses, an immersive laser tag arena, a designated arcade space, a food service component, party and event spaces, and a hidden 21 and over lounge. Portals aims to give each visitor a unique experience, taking them to unknown worlds and experiencing an entertainment center like no other. Open 7 days a week, located at 26469 Inez Road in Temecula, California, in between At Home and Temecula Theaters. Come check us out and step into adventure.
Here at IQ Facility Management Services, we provide commercial and residential cleaning service. We service single-family homes, multifamily homes, schools, office buildings, churches, interior and exterior areas. We give attention to detail in window cleaning, carpet, tile, flooring, or VCT flooring. We proudly service the Southern California greater area of LA and Orange County, Inland Empire, and Northern California. Contact us at 562-334-2448 for your cleaning service needs.
Like right now, I'm outside, it's early morning, and the birds are singing. You can just hear nature, the breeze is blowing. Our weather's been a little trippy, so it's a little bit of an overcast right now, but the air feels fresh. You can hear it behind me, right? Today I wanted to be in the nature. I wanted to kind of just have this moment with the open space, right? And there are times when you got so many aspects of responsibility happening that we sometimes forget to break away and just get still. And it's so peaceful. And I was having my morning coffee, and I came outside, and I was like, man, it feels good out right now. The air is fresh. The birds are chirping. They sound happy. I know it's overcast, but still, it's this energy that feels free right now. And I wanted to take this moment and soak it in and mix it into this element of my conversation. Because it's moments like what we're talking about, today's topic, rising to the occasion, where so many of us are kind of sometimes carrying heavier things. This time period economically has shifted so many things for so many people. I mean, globally, we're feeling the effects of inflation. Globally, we're feeling the effects of companies being downsized. And, a lot of times we don't recognize how so many things affect the whole. And because of that, you have to also work to be centered. I think it's important to work more to feel centered about things that you got to do. So, hence, my conversation today. I think a lot of the reality is that for many of us, we're doing the things necessary. And there's some things that are just redundant. It's not a thought. You just know to do them. Get up and do your laundry or make your bed or brush your hair and get your day started. Those are the redundant things that we do without thinking. But then there's other things that require so much more brain power. It requires so much more attention. It requires so much of you to be engaged and to be in a position to do more, right? And so until you find yourself facing some things that cause, heavy amount of strain, because maybe it's time sensitive, right? It can have time sensitivity. It can have a level of demand that could be so intense that it makes you feel like, wow, am I going to get this done? Can I get it done? Do I need more resources to get it done? Is it within my framework that I can accomplish what is required to do it? I know I'm not the only one that has had a multitude of things that have pushed them to ask these types of questions. Nor am I isolated to the fact of knowing that there are so many other people every day that are facing different things that sometimes other people around them have no clue, right? And we all walking around, smiling and grinning, and sometimes we're, trying to work it through. And in the essence of that, we're just literally doing our best to sustain, right? I think the biggest thing is staying focused. A lot of times if you're not, paying attention to what it is that you need to do, and you're not locked in and you're not focused, it makes the situation harder. It can make it harder and more grueling to accomplish what it is that you need to accomplish. So I think that there's this thing that activates. I've noticed a lot this week as I was working on different things. I just would zone out, and I would look up, and I may have been sitting in one position for 2 hours, 3 hours. And luckily, those of you who may have a smartphone or Apple Watch or the Android watches, I know my Apple Watch, it will tell me and remind me to stand up, and which I can appreciate that, because if I sometimes not paying attention, I could be sitting in the same position for 3-4 hours. And then when I get up to move, my legs are like, what are you doing? You should have been standing up. You know, you don't even think about the circulation in your body and how that also affects your brain, because while you're in the sitting position, your back, your posture, your hands, your wrists, your the things that you're doing could also roll over into how you are outputting, if that makes sense. You'll have a certain magnitude of, I ain't gonna say resistance, but I can sense that you can have these moments of blocks that can happen because you're so busy sitting in one position, and if you're not paying attention to your physical body, you can feel your legs go to sleep, your feet, your hands or something, you know, things could swell up because you're just not standing up and letting the blood flow. So think about how your own body recognizes the need to move, to exercise, to sleep, to get up, to feed, to do what you need to do necessary in order to maintain your body. So if your body is automatically geared to give you those indications, can you imagine what the other things that we have going on requires of you? Parenthood, whether if you're taking care of a child, if you have a pet, you know, your dog is going to let you know, I need to go outside. They can only hold it so long, right? And even with that, you have to pay attention to what's going on in order to remember, oh yeah, I fed him a few hours ago. I didn't take him on a walk. He hasn't been outside. I got to put water down. You know, all these things that just divide our attention, right? But these are responsible things that we're doing, right? I'm just using these as like little examples. The other thing that I can say is that when you start taking on bigger responsibilities, you learn to activate this element of strength that has to carry you, in a sense. You have to be able to understand the assignment, as they say. And once you understand the assignment, it opens up almost like a flower, right? And it begins to give you indications that you're on track. I like for me, when I have things that are happening, and a lot of times, a lot of the projects, even like with my comedy shows and stuff like that, I have a vision I see in my head, and I have the start of how everything's going to roll out and how it should move, how it should function, how the elements should be. So most times, I'm working from the mind frame of how my thought registered this time and space. So then, from my thought and from that framework of thinking, I start initiating the things that patternize me to be able to do what I see in my thoughts and my visions. And so the cool part about it is, in my visions, I'm seeing a room full of people. I'm seeing the acts up on stage. I'm seeing all of the audio visual things that I normally have going on in the essence of things. I can see the bartenders and the servers giving people the food. I can see people dining, eating, laughing, enjoying themselves, enjoying their party that they're with. And so that's happening even before it physically represents and presents itself. And so in order for me to achieve what that vision in my mind has given me, which is driving me to do all the things that are going to help me get to that point of what that vision looks like, then I got to rise to the occasion. There's so many finite details that happen between now and then, right? And it's the things that's in between the vision and the execution That's where all the workload is, right? So you learn that. Now, this is the thing. You can easily just make excuses. You don't have to pick or choose to do any of this. You don't have to be involved. You don't have to participate. You don't have to, as I say, rise to the occasion. You can decide not to. You can decide to sleep in bed. You can decide to watch TV and do nothing else. You can decide to complain about it. You can decide to, be condescending about the responsibility of what it looks like, right? And, a lot of times our laziness can make excuses for what or why we're not doing something. Let's be real. We will negatively talk ourselves into all of the justified reasons as to why this won't work. We can't do it. Why should we do it? How would I get it done? Nobody's going to want to. Nobody's going to accept this. Nobody's going to like it. I don't like it. She don't like it. My friends don't come. Guys, the chatter that we can incorporate into our thought power will disseminate everything that you can imagine, that you may think that you want to accomplish. The best part about it is we're in control of making it different. We have the ability to shift all of that. We have the ability to create the aftermath that we desire. Now, sometimes it may not come out exactly how we see it. Sometimes it may exceed it, right? And then there are times that you just barely get through it. And that's the part of what I've come to know, is that all of it matters. All of it is just a part of the process. But the most important part, I think, I tell myself every day, Sonny, just keep showing up. You do the things that's within your control. You can't control this person. You can't make a person say, think, do, or believe. You can't make them, but I can inspire them. I can inspire to see the greatness within them. I can inspire them to strive for the stars. I can inspire them to feel like they're greater than what they're giving themselves. I can inspire them to believe in what they believe is possible for themselves, right? I can inspire myself to believe that no matter how many no's I get, how many dismissals I receive, how many times people ignore or don't acknowledge the factor of what or how or things I say or conversations I have or in things that I do. It's just, guys, listen. I'm telling you right now that this is not outside the norm. It's not. There's been timeless people before and after us that have walked the walk, that have endured the disappointments, that have endured the rejections, that have endured the chatter that their brains may bring upon different matters. But that does not take away from the fact that you can have the center of control of possibility. You can still make certain things happen for yourself. And it's only you that is going to allow yourself to win. But if you allow yourself to win, if you believe that you can win, if you can believe that you can seek forth what you desire, then I promise you, your people will find you. People that you may not even know of, that has another connection, maybe a nucleus to the next thing for you. Situations will start turning, right? And I know sometimes it can even look like, whoa, I done bit off more, this is not working, and there are times when you have to make decisions. And I'm not saying you don't shift, but sometimes you do have to shift. I believe wholeheartedly in pivoting. I played basketball. I learned how to pivot very early as a kid. You cut me off defensively on my left, or I can take the ball behind my back and go to the right. Or I can cross back over and go back to my left if that's the side that I really want to drive in. Right? So guys, when I tell you guys, it's just having that grit and that thought and that belief and that essence of, I got to rise to the occasion, because if nobody else does, I have to do this for myself. And I guarantee you it's going to give you something that is going to be so much more rewarding. You don't have to wait on anybody or get the approval of you rising to the occasion. You don't. But you got to give yourself the opportunity. You have to give yourself the allowance and the room to do it. I hope y'all have a blessed day, man. I'm wrapping this day up with this segment, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Peace.
Here at Wonderland Learning Center, we're located at 288 East Main Street in San Jacinto. We provide a safe and secure learning environment. We are now enrolling 2 to 5-year-olds with our preschool curriculum. We offer before and after school care. Breakfast, lunch, and snacks are provided. We accept all programs. We are open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Our website is wonderlandlearningcenter.com.
Hello, my name is Takasha Smith. I'm the owner of Takasha's Kitchen, based out of Menifee in the Southern California area. As a chef and caterer, I provide private cooking classes, couples dinners, and private parties. As a female pitmaster, I am able to create a personalized experience for your family reunion gatherings. I create menus based on my clients' needs to have a more personal vibe. You can find Takasha's Kitchen on all social media networks such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and my YouTube channel at Takasha's Kitchen. And that's spelled TACASHAS Kitchen, KITCHEN.
You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network. Performing comedy is like creating magic. To hear the room explode with laughter is priceless. And to produce comedy is like having a glass of Stella Rosa, the ability to have others wind down with laughter. With LouddMouth Comedy, it isn't just about me, Sonny. It's also the many hardworking comedians that are dedicated to writing and performing night after night, stage after stage, displaying their talents to the world, and we all do it for the love of comedy. Sometimes you have to remember to relax and savor the moment one sip at a time. Cheers. Here's to 13 years of LouddMouth Comedy. Save the date, April 1st through the 6th, 2025. Save the date, April 1st through the 6th, 2025. Sonny's LouddMouth Comedy presents For the Love of Comedy Spring Comedy Festival is happening right in the Temecula Valley area. We're talking about 6 days, over 10 plus shows, over 30 plus comedians. Woo, I need you to be prepared and be ready. So guess what? I need you to bookmark this website, LouddMouthComedyFestival.com. This is with a comedy lineup, all the announcements, schedule, all the great things that's going on from networking events, cocktail kickoff, multiple comedy shows. Even we'll have something for the family. I cannot wait for you guys to participate. So I need you to make sure you mark the dates, April 1st through the 6th. Hold the website, LouddMouthComedyFestival.com. And be prepared. More announcements coming soon. All right, y'all. Ciao. You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network.